What stops one branch of government from becoming too powerful? Checks and balances. When is the last day you can send in federal income tax forms? April 15th. What is an amendment? A change to the Constitution. Why did the colonists fight the British? Because of high taxes. The House of Representatives has how many voting members? 435. Who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Thomas Jefferson. What is the supreme law of the land? The Constitution. Name one U.S. territory. Puerto Rico. We elect a president for how many years? 4. What is the economic system in the United States? Capitalist economy. What is one thing Benjamin Franklin is famous for? Started the first free libraries. How many amendments does the Constitution have? 27. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1900s. World War II. What ocean is on the east coast of the United States? Atlantic Ocean. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the federal government. What is one power of the federal government? To print money. Who is the commander-in-chief of the military? The President. There were 13 original states. Name 3. New Hampshire, New York, New Jersey. When was the Declaration of Independence adopted? July 4th, 1776. Who was the first president? George Washington. What did the Declaration of Independence do? Announced our independence from Great Britain. What did the Emancipation Proclamation do? Freed the slaves. Who did the United States fight in World War II? Japan, Germany, and Italy. What does the Constitution do? Sets up the government. Why does the flag have 50 stars? Because there is 1 star for each state. Name one branch or part of the government. Congress. What are 2 parts of the U.S. Congress? The Senate and House of Representatives. If the president can no longer serve, who becomes president? The vice president. Who was president during the Great Depression and World War II? Franklin Roosevelt. What is one right or freedom from the First Amendment? Speech. What is one important thing that Abraham Lincoln did? Freed the slaves. What happened at the Constitutional Convention? The Constitution was written. In what month do we vote for president? November. What territory did the United States buy from France in 1803? The Louisiana Territory. Who was president during World War I? Woodrow Wilson. Who vetoes bills? The President. Who is the Chief Justice of the United States now? John Roberts. What did Susan B. Anthony do? Fought for women's rights. What is the rule of law? Everyone must follow the law. Why do some states have more representatives than other states? Because some states have more people. Name the U.S. war between the North and the South. The Civil War. If both the president and the vice president can no longer serve, who becomes president? The Speaker of the House. Name one state that borders Mexico. New Mexico. What is the name of the Vice President of the United States now? Kamala Harris. Name one war fought by the United States in the 1800s. The Civil War. How old do citizens have to be to vote for president? 18 and older. What is the highest court in the United States? The Supreme Court. The Federalist Papers supported the passage of the U.S. Constitution. Name one of the writers. James Madison. Under our Constitution, some powers belong to the states. What is one power of the states? Provide schooling and education. When was the Constitution written? 1787. Name one problem that led to the Civil War. Slavery. Who is the governor of your state now? Answers will vary. When must all men register for the Selective Service? At age 18. The idea of self-government is in the first 3 words of the Constitution. What are these words? We the people. Before he was president, Eisenhower was a general. What war was he in? World War II. What are 2 rights in the Declaration of Independence? Life, liberty. What group of people was taken to America and sold as slaves? Africans. What are the 2 major political parties in the United States? Democratic and Republican. What did Martin Luther King Jr. do? Fought for civil rights. What is the political party of the president now? Democratic. What is the name of the President of the United States now? Joe Biden. What do we show loyalty to when we say the Pledge of Allegiance? The United States. Who lived in America before the Europeans arrived? American Indians. What major event happened on September 11th, 2001 in the United States? Terrorists attacked the United States. Name one of the two longest rivers in the United States. Mississippi River. What is freedom of religion? You can practice any religion or not practice a religion. Name two national U.S. holidays. Christmas, Thanksgiving. Who makes federal laws? Congress. Who signs bills to become laws? The President. There are 4 amendments to the Constitution about who can vote. Describe one of them. Citizens 18 and older can vote. What are 2 ways that Americans can participate in their democracy? Vote, join a political party. We elect a U.S. representative for how many years? 2. What movement tried to end racial discrimination? Civil rights movement. Name your U.S. representative. Answers will vary. During the Cold War, what was the main concern of the United States? Communism. Who is in charge of the executive branch? The President. What ocean is on the west coast of the United States? Pacific Ocean. What is the name of the Speaker of the House of Representatives now? Mike Johnson. Name one American Indian tribe in the United States. Cherokee. What do we call the first 10 amendments to the Constitution? The Bill of Rights. Name one state that borders Canada. Maine. Who does a U.S. Senator represent? All people of the state. How many U.S. Senators are there? 100. Who is the father of our country? George Washington. We elect a U.S. Senator for how many years? 6. What is one responsibility that is only for United States citizens? Serve on a jury. What are 2 rights of everyone living in the United States? Freedom of expression, freedom of speech. What is the capital of the United States? Washington, D.C. Who is one of your state's U.S. Senators now? Answers will vary. When do we celebrate Independence Day? July 4th. What are 2 cabinet-level positions? Secretary of Agriculture, Secretary of Commerce. What is one reason colonists came to America? Freedom. What is the capital of your state? Answers will vary. Why does the flag have 13 stripes? Because there were 13 original colonies. Name one right only for United States citizens. Vote in a federal election. What does the President's Cabinet do? Advises the President. Where is the Statue of Liberty? New York. How many justices are on the Supreme Court? 9. What is one promise you make when you become a United States citizen? Obey the laws of the United States. What does the judicial branch do? Reviews laws. What is the name of the national anthem? The Star-Spangled Banner.